Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just under 5 months away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, that is all set and ready to end the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga itself. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is the fact that J.J. Abrams is going to be introducing tons of new Jedi and Sith lore, as well as Force lore to really reshape the Skywalker saga and the entire Star Wars franchise as we know it, and that The Rise of Skywalker is being used as a foundation, if you will, to really build towards something new and something bigger by Disney and Lucasfilm that they are planning that takes place after Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this movie, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting between both Rey and Darth Vader and other aspects of the franchise. Now, specifically, it's described that a description of Rey traveling into the land of the Forbidden Location, where it's described that Rey comes across the ancient Sith ruins that hold many secrets of the dark side and the beyond itself, that Rey is able to experiment with to understand both the light and the dark for historical accuracy for her new order. It's described that eventually Rey comes across one of Darth Vader's other statues that were developed by the Sith renovators, where she comes across many secrets that Vader left behind. It's said that this is the authentic and original statue of Darth Vader, as one is into the one in the Dark Spire. Instead, the statue of Rey is said to discover a device that allows one to enter and or stay connected to the spiritual realm. It's said that once Rey touches this device, it plays a partial role in the development of Rey gaining the ability of having a flash fight later on in the film against Kylo Ren through different eras of the Star Wars franchise. The scene is said to take place during the second act of the film. So let's go over a couple of parts about this, because we do know that Episode 9 is going to introduce the spiritual realm for the first time ever on the actual big screen in a live-action movie, which was first introduced, by the way, in the Star Wars comics that belonged to Darth Vader in late 2018. So what I like about this is that Rey discovers the authentic Darth Vader statue that was actually built by the Sith renovators. Now, Sith renovators are a group of dark side worshippers that built up and actually kept the remains of the Sith ruins alive and well and up to date. So what I like about this also is that Rey eventually discovers an ancient relic that Darth Vader once owned that is stored within Darth Vader's statue that is said to have a strong connection to the spiritual realm, and once Rey touches it, it's said to play a partial role in the development of her power of gaining the ability of having a flash fight against Kylo Ren. This is basically a light version of flow walking, if you will, from what it seems, where Rey is able to literally take Kylo Ren to different eras of the Star Wars franchise from what it seems here. So on top of all of this, alright, what's really exciting about this is that Darth Vader is actually said to be the one who once discovered and owned this device, and the Sith renovators eventually took it away and discovered it and put it in the Lost City, specifically over in the Land of Warriors, a place full of Sith ruins and statues. So, what's really exciting about this particular moment, not only does it take place in the second act, which is where Rey and Kylo Ren go on their own personal missions separately in order to better understand the Force, the dark, and the light, but not just that, it's also about Darth Vader as a looming figure in the background. Basically a figurative ghost, like I've always expressed before in the past. That's JJ's plan in this movie, is to really bring in Darth Vader as a figurative ghost, where he's looming in the background, inspiring our characters to evolve from start to finish of this plot. So, what's really exciting as well is that this device is said to hold a connection to the spiritual realm, where one who actually touches it and or owns it actually stays connected with the spiritual realm in some way, shape, or form, where one can actually hear the voices of the dead, as well as other aspects of the spiritual realm as well in Episode 9. Now, this is actually said to be a way for J.J. Abrams to really kind of bring the element of the Darth Vader comics to life on the big screen that fans have never seen before, and I think he's really trying to make it mainstream here. He's trying to make it known that the spiritual realm actually does exist for Sith Lords that actually perfected the way of going into the afterlife, such as Darth Sidious and the hybrid Force ghost of Darth Vader. Now, of course, the Dark Acolytes do play a role in those Sith spirits entering into the mortal world, which is a very interesting side of Star Wars. We do know that the Dark Acolytes are going to play a pretty significant role in the first act of Episode 9, but not all of them. Just one of them is going to be the main focus within the third act of this movie that is said to be portrayed by Matt Smith himself. Again, guys, I like the way things are going. You know, the mythology of Star Wars seems like it's becoming stronger in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. It almost seems as if JJ, George, and Chris are really trying to make this a mythology film rather than just a war movie, where I feel like in The Last Jedi it was mostly just a regular war between the Resistance and the First Order, rather than focusing on Jedi and Sith lore as well as Force lore between both Rey and Luke Skywalker. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. From night to moon, we hear their moans again.